Using Google Assistant in the car has always been a struggle, especially when I'm trying to activate the Google Assistant by voice. Well, in today's video, Anker has a solution for us. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to Tech with Brett, where I help tech work for you. Anker recently released this Roav Bolt, which essentially acts as a Google Home Mini for your car. Anker did provide the product in today's video. So first, let me talk about all the different things that you can do with this. So this will work with an Android phone or an iPhone. So with this, you are able to quickly navigate home, add events to your calendar, set reminders, play music, make phone calls, and much, much more, all hands-free within your car. So inside the box here, we have the instruction manual. I will dive more into exactly how you get this set up. And then here we have the button controls. So you'll be able to activate the Google Assistant, answer phone calls, hear your notifications. And this is done by the Google Assistant button on the front of the Roav Bolt. So you have a single press, a long press, and then a very long press, which would reset the device. So next, looking at the device itself, we have the Google Assistant button, the 3.5mm auxiliary port, and then here you will plug this into a power outlet, and you have two USB ports on it as well. And then here in the box, you do have a 3.5mm cable where you will plug this right into the side of the Roav Bolt, and then this will plug right into your auxiliary port in your car, so that anything that your phone plays will go through the Roav Bolt into the port on your car, so it will come out of the stereo in your car. And that happens because your phone is paired directly to the Bluetooth of the Roav Bolt. So let's go ahead, get this set up in the car and show you what it can do. All right, so how this typically works is you will put the Roav Bolt into the power outlet into your car to receive power. And then here you will take the auxiliary cord and you will plug it into your stereo system. But I actually do not have an auxiliary port in my car. You could also use the Bolt to connect directly to the Bluetooth in your car as well, but I don't actually have that either. So I'll be doing that by using this other Bluetooth FM transmitter. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to plug the Roav Bolt into my power outlet here, or a cigarette lighter. And then here I'm going to use the auxiliary cable, and my FM transmitter has an auxiliary input. So I'm going to plug it into there, and then I'm going to plug this into another power outlet that I actually have really close by. So now is how this works is my phone is going to Bluetooth to the Roav Bolt, and then it's going to play the audio from my phone and from the Assistant through the FM transmitter to my car stereo. So it's kind of a loophole on how to do it, but that's how I'm going to have it set up. Typically, you would just have the phone be playing to the Roav Bolt, and then it will play through your car stereo via the aux port, or play from the Roav Bolt to the car stereo via Bluetooth. So now let's get this set up. Once I turn on the power to my car, you will see the Roav Bolt showing blue indicators that it is ready to pair. So here on Android, we're just going to connect to it via Bluetooth, but if you have an iPhone, you do need to make sure you have the Google Assistant application downloaded. So here we're just going to go into the Bluetooth settings, and then I'm going to tap on the Roav Bolt. And when it connects properly, it will take you right into the setting up your Google Assistant. So here we're going to select Next. And then here it is going to have you try using an auxiliary port to connect. So we are using the auxiliary port. And if that doesn't work, you could try connecting another way through Bluetooth, but I will be using the aux today. The first time you do this, it will require you to update the Roav Bolt, which just takes a minute. So let me talk a little bit more about how this is going to work while it sets up. So the Roav Bolt is essentially a Google Assistant microphone for your phone. So anytime you ask it to play music or anything like that, it's going to use data from your phone to be able to do that. And then this will play the music throughout the entire sound system. So it kind of acts as like an enhanced mic for your phone. And now we are finally connected, and here it says the aux cord is connected to your Roav Bolt. Plug the aux cord in, and now we're going to test out the sound. And then make sure that your car stereo is on auxiliary. I am on FM for the FM transmitter, but that just depends on how you have it set up. All right, so it tried playing a test sound. It didn't hear it, so let's try it one more time. All right, and it heard the test sound, and now it's going to go through and set up the rest of your Google Assistant. So here you can quickly navigate home. You could have it play some music, or you can even have it read your messages. So now we are all done. And here is the Roav Bolt settings. Here you have some tutorials. You can have it have spoken notifications. You can allow responses when your phone is locked, which is really nice. You can have it play a start sound so you know it's listening to you. And then you could play an end sound if you wanted. And then here you could remove the Google Assistant. And then here it talks about some firmware and some other information like the user manual and everything. So one thing I do want to show you is how to access the Roav Bolt settings after you have it paired up. So while you are paired, you just go into the Google Assistant and you will see the Roav Bolt right there. And you can open up the settings and check out some of the tutorials and everything right from the Google Assistant. So here is some information. So when it is hard lights, it's listening to you. When they're flashing, it's getting an answer. When it's flashing like this, it's responding. When it's green, you're on a phone call. When it's blue, you're in pairing mode. When it's flashing, it's connected to the phone. If it's orange, it's disconnected. When it's orange, the microphone's off. And then when it's flashing through the orange lights, it is rebooting. So now let me talk about some of the functions on the device itself. When you press the Google Assistant button once, that will actually read out notifications that you have.
It's 1:45 p.m. You don't have new notifications right now.
When you double press the Google Assistant button, that will mute the microphones.
The mic's off.
So now you wouldn't be able to use any voice actions and it's not listening to you at all. Double tap to turn the mic on.
The mic's back on.
If you want to activate the Google Assistant, you can do that by long pressing the button. What's the weather like today?
Right now in Cedar Hills it's 63 degrees Fahrenheit and mostly cloudy.
Or you can actually use the Google Assistant commands like, hey Google, or okay Google, navigate home.
Okay, home.
Now that we're all set up, let me show you how you can use the Roav Bolt to interact better with the Google Assistant on your phone. So the reason why this is so cool to have is because many times when I'm in my car, my phone is sitting on the dock, I try to activate Google Assistant and it just doesn't hear me. There's too much road noise, where the microphones in the Roav Bolt are way more powerful and they're able to hear me better when I'm doing phone calls or just activating the Google Assistant. So one way I'm going to demonstrate how you can activate it is, okay Google, turn on my flashlight.
Turning flashlight on.
So there you can see it's connected to my phone and is able to turn on my flashlight. Okay, Google. Turn off my flashlight.
Turning flashlight off.
Now the only other way I found when something pops up on the screen when you ask the Google Assistant a question is when you are going to navigate. Okay, Google. Navigate to the Energy Solutions Arena.
Okay, Vivint Smart Home Arena. Head west toward North 4800 West Street, North County Boulevard.
Now this is super handy because without ever having to pull out your phone and open up the application, it will do all of that for you. And now when I'm navigating, if I want to listen to some music, I can do that as well. Hey Google, play Matt Carney from Google Play Music.
Sure, playing Matt Carney on Google Play Music.
And so here you can see that it played the music right there at the top. So then you can play music with your favorite music services like Google Play Music, YouTube Music, or even Spotify or Pandora. So now that we've talked about how you can navigate from the phone, let's talk about some of the other features you may want to use while driving in the car. Whenever I'm driving in the car, usually I want to be reminded of notifications when I get home. Hey Google, when I get home, remind me to take out the trash.
Sure, I'll remind you when you get home.
Hey Google, add diapers to my Costco shopping list.
Okay, I've added diapers to your shopping list.
Hey Google, ask my Q to close the garage.
Okay, getting my cue.
I'll work on that.
The Roav Bolt works pretty good for hands-free audio calls. Hey Google, call Carrie.
Calling Carrie Bristow, mobile.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, what's up?
Just wanted to let you know I'll be home in 15 minutes.
Okay, perfect. I'll have dinner ready.
Thanks so much.
Love you. Bye.
this is what the mics sound like on the receiving end of the Roav Bolt. My car isn't on right now, but this is a pretty good example of how it will be. Now, I am talking from a normal distance away, and now I'm just kind of reaching a little bit closer. Maybe I'm about 1 foot closer now, and now I'm back to the normal distance when I'm talking in my car. My favorite part about the Roav Bolt is how you can actually create new messages or respond to message notifications. Once you receive a notification, just press the button to hear it.
Text says, when will you be home?
It will then beep for a few seconds waiting for your response. I'll be home in 15 minutes. You then state your message.
Here's what I heard. I'll be home in 15 minutes.
It will then ask if you want any correction, and then it will send it on its way.
Message sent.
When you have already started a conversation, the next notification will automatically play out loud.
Text says, okay, great. Can you pick up dinner?
Yeah, I should be able to do that.
Here's what I heard. Yeah, I should be able to do that.
You can also easily adjust the message it sends.
Yes, I can. Would you be able to put in the online order?
Here's what I heard. Yes, I can. Would you be able to put any online order? Message sent.
And here you can see the accuracy of the actual messages sent.
Now when you do charge your device from the Roav Bolt, it only is able to do a 2.4 amp charge. You do not get fast charging. So after having the Roav Bolt for more than a week, I can definitely say that this fills a need that I've had in my car for a very long time. Before having the Bolt, whenever I tried to activate Google Assistant on my phone, even though I'm just this far away, it would just never work. It would maybe hear me every once in a while, but for the most part, it could never hear me correctly while I was driving, so using Google Assistant was pretty useless from the phone. So having this device definitely makes it super easy and makes it so much more accurate. Now that being said, there are a few things that the Roav Bolt could improve on. One of them is its bugginess. There are some times where it just didn't respond properly. Google Assistant maybe didn't hear me correctly, but I will say that whenever I answered a phone call, people heard me clearly, and I was able to have a good conversation without having to like try and hold up the phone, or if I wanted to respond to a text message. This is huge because of course you want to be safe in the car and not ever use the phone, but all I would have to do is hold down the button, respond with voice, and every time it heard me and was able to send that message on the go. So if I don't even have to think about touching my phone while I'm driving, this is definitely a huge win to have around. So the needs of this device will definitely change depending on which vehicle you have. If you have Android Auto already in your car, you probably don't need this because it can already listen to you really good. If you have a really nice Bluetooth system, that might work, but if you have a Bluetooth and there's no way to do voice controls, the Roav Bolt would be a perfect device. Or if you only have an auxiliary port in your car, this would be a perfect device as well, because then it gives you that enhanced mic on the go without ever having to touch your phone when you get in your car. It just automatically pairs up and it's ready to go to play your music and navigate and all that stuff while you are in your car. One of the main problems I did have is whenever I tried to play music from YouTube Music, it would pull up the app, but it just would never start playing. So using Google Play Music or Pandora, any other music service worked really good. So there you go. That is my full review of the Roav Bolt. I'm really impressed with what it can do. I hope that many of those bugs will improve over time, but this is definitely a product that I would recommend, and I'm so glad that I have it in my car. It's going to keep me safe and keep my eyes focused on the road. So if you guys have any more questions about this product, please let me know in the comments below. And if you would like to see more videos all about Google Assistant, make sure you check out the playlist over there on the side. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.